Hello everyone, welcome to another live trading session. So without further ado, we'll get straight into it. The US market opened approximately 14 minutes ago, so we're going to jump straight in and we're going to look at the charts. We'll see what we can get from today. Now, let's have a look. So Bitcoin is currently at 81,356. We did see a sharp decline just before the US market open. I mean, it wasn't as sharp, but it was. It's relatively decent, you know. We've got pretty large candles there, large movement. Now in the US market open, we did see a drop from about 81.4k to a low of 81.1k, so nearly a $300 movement there. Now we seem to be coming back up. Liquidity has been swept from that 81,600 that we had. You see here. Let's actually have a look closer. So maybe oh no, we have touched it. Yeah, we have scraped out liquidity there. As you can see, otherwise it would have been on the right side there. So we have taken that liquidity. There is more on the upside. There's actually a block of 184 million at 80k. So we could be in for a move to the downside. Now, if we are looking at flow, we've got 58 million in liquidations, 50 million shorts, 7.12 million longs. Now, whales are very bullish, mid is very bullish, and retail is neutral by the looks of it. Right.
Razón.
Right, so we seem to be coming up for a retest of that level. So if we look on flow, we can actually see where price, we'll actually see like a zoomed in version of where price actually struggled. So it seems we peaked at 81.662k. We've still got that movement to the upside. We'll open glint actually, so we can actually stay up to speed with all the latest news. Now we've got Ukraine to extend its truce if Russia reciprocates. Now it's important to have news open because news is one of the main factors right now that's actually pushing the market in any direction really. So yeah, we've got to keep glint open. Glint is also good, or I personally use it because it gives you a little chime, a little notification when you get something important happening. So when we get something important happen, you get obviously a notification, you have a look, and you can kind of position yourself in the best way you can, obviously to benefit. So we did just see that big push to the upside. We'll have a look at the gold today as well. Dollar index too. We'll have a look at oil. Oil seems to be on a bit of a decline right now. We did see it push to the upside yesterday actually. We saw a big push on the 4th of May, which was obviously yesterday. Now that's that little chime you get. So the important news, nothing too important. Oh, there's something important. 2 US commercial ships along with American destroyers have already safely transited the strait, showing the lane is clear. We know that Iranians are embarrassed by this fact. They say control the strait, they do not. They are bluffing, nothing but bluffing. I'm truly sorry that every innocent people. So I'm not really sure how that kind of, it's either positive or negative. It's kind of neutral, I believe. So, I mean, we're not really getting much from that news. So all we've kind of got on that is that we can get through the channel. Well, that's USA, sorry. USA can get through the channel without getting blown up. But I don't know. I don't think Iran will like this news if they do see it. Kind of mocking them in a case. So oil is on a decline now. Where are we at with Bitcoin? Bitcoin still seems to be pushing to that upside. So we might even get a crack through that 81.6k. Yeah, I believe we've got some resistance there. So if we look on flow, yeah, we've got some resistance there. We've seen that big move to the downside. Now, liquidity, where have we got liquidity? So we've not really got any new chunks of liquidity. We do have 254 million at 81k, but I believe that's been taken from this move here. Yeah, so Bitcoin does seem to be still wanting to push to the upside. Like we're still leaning towards a push, as you can see. So yeah, liquidity is, we're still obviously up above the resistance. So the key resistance level that we have is at that 80k. So you can see, just get rid of that. So you can see we are still pushing outside that resistance level. We're consolidating within this level for quite some time actually, and now we have broke through. We're at 81.6k, so there is a lot of resistance currently on that case, but like I said, news are a very big factor right now. So if we do get some positive news about some ceasefire, or the situation is improving, then we could definitely see Bitcoin pushing even higher, even up to about 82k and even more. But my theory is that we're not. It's kind of mixed. It's kind of mixed right now. So we do have that push into that resistance level, but at the same time, we may even consolidate within this level. So we would have to have a pretty strong move for us to break through this key level that we've been trending in for the last 20 plus, actually it's not 20 plus, it's since February. So we've got definitely more than 20 days. kind of we've not really got a clear indication of where price is headed. We can have a look at, let's say, gold. Where is gold today? Gold is at 4,581. Now, you see Bitcoin still has resistance at this high. We did see a little bit of a pushback from those buyers again. We're seeing some very big and sharp moves actually right now. Yeah, liquidity hasn't changed, so we could have a look at Bitcoin. Now, if we do get some major news, we will definitely have to act fast. Depending on what the news is, we'll definitely see some kind of movement within the market. So if we get, I don't know, maybe Iran has just blown up more ships, that will definitely be bad, and we'll see the effect taking place. Most likely on Bitcoin. We'll also see some changes on gold as well as oil as a final one. So those are the three we could kind of look at for today. We'll definitely look at Pudgy Penguins as well. They are up about 17%, which is kind of crazy. That's the highest I've seen them actually bullish. So yeah, Pudgy Penguins are doing pretty nicely actually. So gold is currently at, it's made a high of 4,573. Now Bitcoin has dropped. You've seen that big drop. We had a big move to the upside. It wasn't as fast as this bearish move, but you can see we've kind of maybe got some support here. So the fact that the price has come to this level and has kind of bounced off it signals to me that we do have some kind of support at this level. So buyers aren't letting the price come below that level that we have there. So it's happened once here. This was like the first time, so the second time, the third time, and now the fourth time. It has dipped slightly below, so just at this low here, and it has made a reversal back up from this support level. That's what it kind of looks like to me. So we may even now see a retest all the way back up to that 81.6k, unless we have some weakness from the buyers, and we actually come down to this level of support here. So we could realistically jump in on a trade. Let me just be sure. So we're looking in that 1 minute time frame. You see that move is very sharp. So we'll have a look at liquidity. Where is liquidity? There we go, got some news. Trump escalating attacks on free and fair elections. Gavin Newsom just sent a letter to election officials in all 58 countries, thanking them and urging rapid, accurate counting to protect confidence in results. I see. So it's nothing too crazy news-wise just yet. We might see something later on in the session, but I believe we can place a short position at this high. So we'll come in at, we are making actually lower highs and lower lows. So this is that first high, the first low, second high and second low. So we are kind of in a downtrend by the looks of it. So realistically we could enter at 81,490, which is what we're going to do. So we will come in for a limit order, and I said 81,400. I'll do 81,500. So we'll do 81,500. Oh no, that's the wrong way around. So price, there we go, 81,500. So we come in at 25% and short position. So the fact that we have this downtrend could signal a lower low, and that is what we're looking for. So I'm kind of seeing maybe a weakness within this move to the downside actually. So we were looking for that move to the upside a little bit further than that, but we have kind of come back down actually. But you guys can see we've got some resistance here, so it's either support, well, it has to be resistance as the market has flipped. We'll place that trade at that high, so we'll do 81,565. 81,565. 81,146. And that limit order is just sat there. So. We haven't really got any news currently based on geopolitics, the war, anything like that. So currently we kind of are kind of waiting on kind of a signal and something to kind of put us in the best position. So it looks like Bitcoin is kind of in this key level right now. It's kind of sat in this key level. So we do see resistance in that bottom area, but now it looks like it's support as we are still within this level. So we'll get some levels drawn. So there we have support. Let's have a look at resistance. What have we got for resistance? That looks pretty nice. So resistance, support, and that is where we are currently at. So we have drop that short position limit order at the resistance level. We could actually bump it up a little bit higher, so we do get obviously a little bit nicer profit. But yeah, we can't actually do that. So we do hit that level fully. Now we'll go 81,594. 89,594.7. And that is exactly at this resistance level at the top. So we've seen a reversal, so a rejection off of that resistance a couple times now. So here we've seen multiple rejections, so we've got many there anyway. There's one here, and then there's also two by the looks of it here. But then the price is staying within this key level. So we did see a drop, but price didn't go below that support level. Now it jumped up a little bit, but then we didn't have that in momentum, and we now seem to be coming bullish. So if we look on flow, we can see a closer view of what's kind of going on behind the scenes. You can see like all these candles where we've kind of struggled to gain that the momentum to the upside. So you can see all the positions that are coming in. So whales are still very bullish. You can see the sizes as well of these orders. So we've got what, about 130k there for a bullish, 100k for bearish. There's another 103k. So it's relatively like under the 100k range for most trades. We do get like a 190, 100 plus, 200 plus, you know, maybe even 300 at times. But yeah, the highest I've seen so far is about 200 plus k, which is crazy anyway. So have we had any shifts in liquidity? Oh, we've got 218 million at 81.69k, and that is at resistance level that we have at the top. So we do have kind of like a magnet on that resistance level at the top, so it's like pulling that price up to this level of 81,600, I'd say. So what have we got? Let's have a look. Yeah, so 81,690. So we could realistically drop that entry a little bit higher. So obviously price doesn't obviously come up, get that liquidity, and then, well, most of the time what we do is we get a liquidity sweep and then we push a little bit higher, and then we obviously, you know, take that reversal. But just to be safe, we can actually put 81,700. Just to be on the safe side. Now, Pudgy Penguins and all these other coins will most likely act the same as Bitcoin. So kind of wherever Bitcoin goes, the other coins will follow as well. So it seems we may even be creating a slow-moving uptrend right now, but we may even see some weakness, so maybe a push to the downside through that support level. So price is kind of choppy at the minute. There's not really too much structure that we have. Yeah, so we're still pushing through that resistance level, that major resistance level at the top. it looks like we've got some weakness to continue this move towards the upside. We're seeing those buyers kind of, you know, weaken. So the market is kind of bearish right now. We have 50.9 million in shorts. Now when we do get to the upside, we'll be in a very good position to come in for a trade down below. I don't believe there will be too many. I don't think there's going to be many, you know, like a big chance that we're going to get an actual push further into, say, let's go 82k and 83k for now. I believe we will come back down and kind of stay within that level until we do get a bigger driver to push kind of Bitcoin into the upside, because the situation right now is very like it's very uncertain, and you know, anything could kind of happen at any given moment. So that straight is still being controlled. We are still getting the conflict. You know, the situation is not getting better, and what we hear from the news is that we're getting pretty much like breaches of the ceasefire. So it's constant breaches of the ceasefire, which, well, I mean, it doesn't sound good at all. Anduril is leading a team of industry partners, including commercial space firms K2 Space and Voyager, to develop prototypes of space-based interceptors for Donald Trump's Golden Dome missile defense shield. What on earth is that? I mean, the Golden Dome just sounds like something out of a, I don't know, a fiction movie or something. It just doesn't sound real. It sounds like some kind of fantasy. Golden Dome. Right, what have we got? What have we got going on? We're still not making that low. Hasn't come past this low. So we are looking a bit. It's like we was, you know, in a good position to carry on with the uptrend, but we've got a lot of weakness here from the buyers actually, and we're seeing the moves to the downside now. We have come to this support level at the bottom here, as you can see, not perfectly, but we have come to it slightly. Now we don't want to be rushing into the trade, so gold is kind of still in the move towards the upside. So we've got a current low of 4,568 points. No, we've got 4,573. We're currently at 4,567. Now, I'm not really seeing much of a structure for gold. Nothing in the MACD or in the RSI. As for Bitcoin, we've seen a big push to the downside there, but to me that looks like a false break for a real move. So we'll have a look at Pudgy Penguins, and and we could come in for a move to the upside. So we will be jumping in on a long position there. We've got a further push to the downside there. Let's have a look at liquidity. What have we got? It's still at 218 million in the in the upside. Not too much in the downside, but we have got more scattered blocks of liquidity. I believe we're getting new. So we've got 175, 121, 169, 140, 138, 150. So we could be in a move to the downside now. Oh, that was not good. That was not good at all. I did think that was a false break that we had, but it wasn't so. So, where have we got that liquidity? 80.5k, could that be the target for now? Let's have a look on flow. Or did we just get a deeper breakout before that real move begins? The market is very, very active right now. I think it's because we broke through that 80k, and then ever since that, it's kind of been, you know, crazy. But you can see the market is 50-50. Pretty much all the time. We'll see like differences in other, obviously, things like obviously the Doge or gold or even pudgy penguins. But for Bitcoin seems to always be in a 50-50 split. Price is very, very volatile right now. It's kind of hard to tell where we're kind of going with the price. To me, that currently looks like a false breakout. False breakout to the upside. Question is, are we going to come back into this key level? That's the question. That is the question. Seems like we're kind of struggling to come back within that level there. Very active market, very active. It's kind of even hard to predict where prices have, headed. the moves are currently very choppy, fast, and well, unpredictable. Let's have a look. We've come past that previous low slightly, but I think we've kind of had the same structure in this upside where we came kind of like the same. Let me just show you. No, it's not as large. So let's have a look. So we've got 184. There's more in the upside. So in this upside we've got 218, 169, 150, 108, but here we've got 184, 135, 130, and then some blocks of 160, 120, 150. Now, jumping in a trade right now would kind of be a bit silly, but I kind of do believe we will come in for a retest of the upside again. Pudgy Penguins isn't moving too much. PM. Look, that's crazy. It's actually moving very, very crazy today. It's like it's all over the place. Very unpredictable, very unpredictable. I mean, if we're gonna go back up and retest that level, we'll need a lot of strength from the buyers. Currently, it really does look like we're struggling to push to the upside. News-wise, we've not got anything kind of to push it in either direction. So this is entirely on the players right now. If we're going to get a push or not. So there we had 51 to 49. So it seems we've got a lot more shorting than buying. Wales are still very bullish though. Mid is slightly bearish, retail slightly bearish. But I do kind of think we will come in for a push again on that 81,600 I think it was. Yeah, so liquidity does lie at 81,700. They've got a stronger move from the buyers now. What's going on for crude oil? Crude oil has actually just spiked. That was at 17.13. I believe that was the drop we saw. Yep, that was the drop we saw. You can obviously you can see how oil correlates to Bitcoin. Oil spiked, Bitcoin dipped. So maybe we missed something on that part where we saw that spike from oil. Now Bitcoin is in for a move to the upside. Oil seems to have dipped, but it's got some, it's still got some resistance. That's why we're currently seeing both, well, I'm currently seeing both charts kind of in the same position. They're both kind of stuck. So they actually correlate very, very precisely. So the movement is very it's very interesting to actually see. And so we see a dip from oil just then, and we see a little push from Bitcoin. We'll see the same thing happening with obviously gold as well. Gold is a safe haven asset, so it's kind of something that people put their money into when things kind of go bad. So if we do have, you know, war escalation, things like that, we'll most likely see gold coming up in price. So it's like a safe place kind of for people to invest into. UAE under a fresh attack. Air defense is active, engaging missiles incoming from drones from Iran. Well, that's not good, is it? Is that a legit source though? That's the question. UAE under attack again, confirmed in state sources. Pentagon addresses whether ceasefire over or violated. Kane says Iran's Monday operations were all below the threshold of restarting major combat operations at this point. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. We're still seeing a push from Bitcoin. Oil is still dipping. Oil is still dipping, as you can see. So that push and then the dip, that's what we saw, right? So we'll most likely some Bitcoin then is a dip and then a push up. So we had a push and then a dip from crude oil. Now let's have a look at Bitcoin. We have the dip and now a push upwards to that resistance level at the top. So we've come back within this key level now, and we are still coming slightly bullish. We've still got strength, so we are at 55.53 on the RSI. MACD is pretty good. We've got no crossover. Lines seem to be still pretty solid. We're not seeing, you know, dips within this strength, so we've got a relatively nice little staircase there. So we may even be now in for that push to the upside. Oil is still dipping as, yeah, so we haven't got any new liquidity in the market. 200 million is pretty strong, for those of you that don't know. 200 million is pretty decent, so yeah, we're kind of waiting on that move towards the upside to continue and grab that liquidity at 81,690. So we have that sell limit order at 81,700 to kind of get the best return on investment position that we can. So what normally happens is we see a liquidity grab, but the market comes slightly above that liquidity, and then it kind of does that reversal. So we have kind of estimated that and put ourselves a little bit higher, so we don't have well, we have that tiny bit more of profit. So we're going to keep that position there. We're not going to close it. Well, we're going to see how the market reacts. So in the meantime, we can actually, obviously I'll keep my eye on oil, Bitcoin, so we can kind of maybe get in on a trade if things do escalate, or even look towards the positive side. but currently we're looking very bullish. We're coming closer and closer to that resistance level at the top. So we've got no more changes within the liquidity, I don't believe. Yeah, still 218 million. So currently we're sat at 81,360. So Pudgy Penguins will definitely respond to obviously how Bitcoin does. Gold on the other hand is, like I said, that safe haven asset. It's made a high now, and it looks like it's kind of moving currently the same as Bitcoin. So that was, I believe, a key level that we previously had. So we're slowly creeping up to this resistance level at the top. Oops. Slowly but surely, slowly but surely. So we're kind of currently waiting on that continuation to the upside from Bitcoin now. I believe we'll either hit that level and come through it, or we'll see some rejection. We're seeing a bit of resistance there, as you can see. So we're still waiting on that move to the upside. So we're currently in a bit of a stuck situation with the Bitcoin. Maybe there's more sellers stepping in right now.
Nasıl?
Now there's that continuation. We still are slightly bullish though, bearish, sorry. So we are still slightly bearish. You can see we're dipping to 51.49. There's definitely more liquidity in the shorts than the longs. So price hasn't come up above that high there. So we've got some weakness. It's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell. So we'll either get a faster move to the downside or a dip and then a continuation. Let's have a look. Where is liquidity? 217 million. I believe last time we had 218. Yeah, we definitely had 200 plus in this area of 81.7k. Now we only have 200 million. So we've got 200 million and 169 million. Not really sure why there's like two separate blocks in the same kind of price level. But yeah, we do have more in the downside actually. It seems like we're struggling to come through that level. But if we do come up above and get that liquidity at the top, we'll definitely, well, I can't say definitely, but I believe we will come in for a push back down to the downside. You can see we've kept trying that exact same level many times. And what happens is, well, yesterday the same thing happened. We tried that level again and again and again until eventually we broke through. Now, we've had the same kind of thing here. So we've been rejected slightly here, rejected here again, rejected at this high as well. Big move to the downside. Then we're kind of getting some rejection at this level here as well now. And I believe we will continue to push and then kind of retest this upper level of that 81.6k. So you can see how crude oil correlates to Bitcoin. So this dip that we saw here was obviously a push from oil. Now, news-wise, we haven't got really anything today. What the hell? But the situation is still continuing. We're at a global tension level of 83. I've seen 95 before, and that was yeah, pretty active. So this is kind of currently what we are watching. So you can see that dip from crude oil. Now we do have that liquidity still in the upside. Now we are seeing that dip on Bitcoin as well. So we have a push now for oil, and you can see the dip for Bitcoin there. Hello. Not too bad, not too bad. We're still waiting for Bitcoin to pump up to the upside and then continue on that bearish move. Market is relatively bearish overall, but yeah, we're still waiting on that move towards the upside. Now we do keep seeing some rejection there. See, we've got rejection again. Fake pump, yeah, I mean, maybe. But yeah, we're still kind of getting you know, that move to the upside. We're getting obviously resistance and weakness every now and then, but we are still kind of on that move towards that 81.6k level. like news-wise as well, we haven't really got anything you know, crazy today. That obviously kind of you know, impacts very much. Nice, nice, nice. It's like 1 minute we're kind of pushing up to the upside again, but then we can't really catch the, you know, resistance levels. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's the same as me, I think. 81,500. Oh, no, I had 81,700. Yeah, 81,700. So what I'm thinking is we get that liquidity grab at the top, and then we come in for a push to the downside. So the liquidity is at 81,700 right now. You can see 81,707. So we'll most likely grab it and then come in for a push to the downside. So I mean, we could also not have enough strength at that 81,560 and, you know, come in for a further move to the downside. But then at the same time, we could also come in for a push for that liquidity grab at the top. But it looks like we've got those lower lows as well and lower highs. So we're in a bit of a downtrend right now by the looks of it. So if we actually draw that up, it would look something like this. So it's kind of the, I mean, the lows are a bit like, you know, not as nicely formed, but say if we go, so look, 5 minute, I mean, we've kind of got it, but it's like, it's not very nicely seen. So if we have, let's say we get a path, we have that push to the upside, downside, upside, let's do downside, upside, downside. That's kind of what we got right now, you see. We've still got we've got lower highs and lower lows. So lower highs and lower lows, as you can see. So this one obviously doesn't count as this was the push to the upside. So from here, we have that downtrend move happening. So this area here right now, where we have this support level, could be an area to actually enter for a long position. So we have seen that weakness for this continuation of the downtrend, and now we are kind of, you know, jumping off of this support that we have here. So this could be a entry point. So you see we've dipped slightly through that support level there. Coinbase taps Centrifuge as preferred tokenization backbone. Yeah, it's not too... Right, I'm going to come in for a long position on that. I'm going to come in on Punchy Penguins though. And Bitcoin too. So we'll come in at 80. Yeah, I'll go 81,594. 81,594. There we go. So I believe we will get now a push to the upside.
That strikes me as a feeling, as a sound that has a sort of a yearning type melancholy feeling.
See, Pudgy Penguins is very volatile. You can see it just jumped to up about 170 or 130. I can't remember what it was. Now we're down. Yeah, see, it's very jumpy, very jumpy. But that is currently what I'm seeing right now with Bitcoin. I believe we will now get a push to the upside. We're seeing that weakness from that continuation to towards that downtrend scenario. We are seeing a bit of a resistance though. I did think it was going to be more of a faster paced move. Liquidity still high in the upper range. Let's see if we've got any changes. Ooh, 312 million. And that's at 81k. Yep, I think we grab and do sweep. But if you take the Fibonacci and take the low at 80,477 to the top 81,658, we tap to the golden ratio, you can see it. It's kind of crazy, look, Pudgy Penguins was up of like 200 and something, and now we've just dipped again. And the move is relatively, you know, there's not really much of a move. So if we go on Pudgy Penguins, and let's do, yeah, that's not high enough. Yeah, that's not bad, that's alright. So for Pudgy Penguins, you have to give like a kind of like a bigger room to breathe. But liquidity for the upside is kind of now gone, which is slightly concerning. Just in the Israeli Defense Forces, they have taken out a Hamas commander who participated in the October 7 attacks. The IDF announced that the Hamas commander, Anas Mohammed, was killed in a targeted strike in Gaza. According to the IDF, Mohammed infiltrated Israel and participated in the October 7 Nova Music Festival massacre. I mean, is that positive or is that negative? I'm not really sure on that one. We're in a bit of a silly situation right now with Bitcoin. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking for that continued push to the upside, but liquidity is kind of gone from there now. And it looks like we're maybe even pushing to that 80k, 81k. We've seen a relatively larger push there from the buyers now. It's a pretty large move. I'm just thinking, is this actually the move Like, is this an actual move, or are we actually gonna get a move to the downside? We're literally like dancing on that support level. We're literally dancing on it. Solo. I'm always trading solo. Always trading solo. Well, currently. For now. I mean, that 300 million is a little bit sus. I'm not gonna lie. A bit scary. But the fact that we keep coming back up is what's really giving me those, those questions. It's like the market wants Bitcoin to obviously push up to that 83k. News-wise, currently we don't have anything that kind of would put Bitcoin in a bearish situation. So right now it's kind of neutral. So maybe we're going to run on, entirely on liquidity. All right, let me just have a look at something really quick. Look at that, Pudgy Penguins is pretty bullish. I mean, it comes very, very bullish, right at 300 plus, and then drops down to 130, and then we're down 130, and then we're back up 500, and it's pretty, it's pretty crazy to see it. But it kind of acts a little bit like gold, very volatile actually, and but obviously you'll see the movements right now. Oh, there we go. So this is kind of what I was referring to as the price kept coming back up again and again and again. But like you see, Pudgy Penguins has now not seen that push that Bitcoin just saw. Like sometimes it's a little bit behind, sometimes it kind of does its own thing. But the fact that we have a strong bullish candle there and it's actually stayed there is a good sign. Because normally, if we do get a bullish signal, it's kind of, it's bullish and then it comes back down when obviously the candle is closing. So say the candle is obviously, we're in a minute time frame, we get to about 40 seconds or 50 seconds and we just see it drop, which is obviously not as good. There we go, there's Pudgy Penguins is kind of caught up with that move there. which is there we go. There's a bigger move even there. Crazy. What is this? Bro, so many swear words. So many swear words. What on earth is going on? So this is the part I was talking about. So we had that weakness within the downtrend. So we kind of broke that structure here. So if we were to continue this downwards trend move, we would have been in a move, like obviously still to the downside. So from this high, we would have made obviously a lower low, which would result in being lower than this. So we'd have the high, low, this, we'll kind of rule out this area here. So we've got the high, the low, the high, and then I was kind of hoping we'd get a continued move. Well, not hoping, but I just saw that we had this weakness within this downwards trend, so that's why we kind of came in for that long position. We could have realistically came in a bit lower, but we're still in a pretty okay move there, so we are coming bullish up to that resistance level. I believe we might have a bit of a change in liquidity. 230 million at 80k now, I believe. Yeah, so 200 million at 80k. I've kind of been trying to clock this how this liquidity works in this middle range, like if it's still valid or not, because we still keep seeing like more liquidity, like say into it. So we just saw 300 million, now it's at 230, but maybe it's because we can't put it here, so it has to like go here. I don't know. We've still got 169 million liquidity at 81.7k. Move your body. If you're interested or share our views, we could work together. Definitely. You guys can follow me on Twitter at MadazTrades. Here, drop me a message if you fancy, and yeah, we'll go from there. Two US destroyers are off the coast of the UAE inside the Persian Gulf. Off the coast. So what is that? They're just there or what? So I believe everything kind of drives the market right now. News, definitely. News is a very, very big factor. So let's have a look at oil. Yeah, so oil is now come slightly bullish there. So ideally, we need oil to be coming bearish for Bitcoin to gain that momentum to the upside. So this, I believe, is a little, yeah, we'll come in for a short position on that. There we go. So news is a big factor right now. If you guys want to like obviously trade just based on news, then you know it's okay. Like you can, and that's not a bad thing because news is a super big factor right now. It's like, say for example, right now we say, I don't know, a ceasefire agreement has been, you know, sorted, the war is over. We would definitely see oil prices coming to maybe even at $80 a barrel. Like, we'd see that drop and it would be crazy, like crazy profit. But then, if we saw something bad, you know, vice versa, it's, you know, it's the same kind of thing. Not gonna lie, like currently, I actually love Pudgy Penguins. Yesterday, we hit a 1K trade on Pudgy Penguins. Let me just show you. So today we did unfortunately hit a trade for 571. Pudgy Penguins is a lot more volatile, you know, than other, you know, futures or whatever, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you wanna trade. So when we see price coming down or even, you know, in the opposite direction, that is kind of what we get. So we don't see 100 down, 200 down, we see 500 down, which is, you know, not so positive. So I close this trade at 8:53 p.m. Obviously that's Riga time. Riga, that'll be a time. I'm not sure EST time, whatever. But we hit a 1K, nearly a 1.1K trading a trade there. So it's actually a 1.2K trade, but we have a trading fee of $108. So yeah, that's okay. Now we closed it at 20.53, and that was for take profit actually, which is pretty good. Now, crude oil is dipping. We're seeing a bit of resistance there. Maybe some problem. Oh, we're seeing a bit of a move there for oil. Yeah, we're seeing Bitcoin drop as well. So So we are currently in a trade on crude oil, Bitcoin, and Pudgy Penguins. So we have a short position for crude oil, and then we have a long position for Bitcoin and Pudgy Penguins. So Pudgy Penguins kind of correlates to Bitcoin. We see Bitcoin coming bullish, Pudgy Penguins comes very bullish. Now, this is the opposite for crude oil. We see crude oil coming up, we see Bitcoin coming down. It's, you know, same thing. Dollar index, gold, same kind of situation there as well. So currently I'm looking at oil news. So I kind of, if you guys have any, oh look at that, 700 on Pudgy Penguins already, crazy. Could be another 1K trade today, another 1K trade. Would be fantastic, would be absolutely fantastic. We are slowly moving up to that take profit that we have at that high, but maybe we can put that high a little bit higher, as we are expecting that liquidity grab at 70, what was it, 70, no, it was 81,700. So that is what we have kind of expected. Let's have a look. Liquidity, have we got anything different? It's 200 million in a downside at 80k, 230 million at 81k, 169 million at 81.7k. So we are still coming bullish. Like crude oil is obviously gonna be coming down. That is what we are looking for anyway. Yeah, so we'll put Pudgy Penguins slightly above. Let's just do 2.5k for now. As we are expecting that liquidity grab in the upside for Bitcoin. Bitcoin does look to have a bit of trouble. Let's have a look. We've had a bigger push from Bitcoin there. We're already in 1k profit. That is crazy. So for today, we are already in profit. So we've now had a streak of 3 days in a row of profit, which is very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So yesterday, we did take a couple of trades. I think we was down about 100, 200. Then maybe a trade for down for 3 and 400, I believe. Then we came back for a trade. Let me just double check. Right. All right, let's have a look. So you can see, completely transparent. You guys can obviously see my trades and everything. So here we have on the 30th, down 200, 200, up 50, 26, 20, down 160, down 170. Yeah, these days were pretty bad. Now we're up 165, up 41, up 788, up 728. So that was all in a day. So in that day we have a loss of 129, 327, but then we have a profit of 165, 41, 788 and 728. Now on the 4th, which is yesterday, we have a loss of 202, 397, and then a profit of 757, 76, 354, 188, a loss unfortunately of 429, profit of 80, a loss of 120, profit of 443, 157, down to 222, but then a big nice trade of 1.2k, which is pretty good. If you guys want to obviously have a look at that, you can. We're already in a 1.2k profit. Let's go. Let's go. I would say the F word, but I'm not going to because that's just unnecessary. So I believe we've got a bit of resistance there from that previous high. You can see we've slightly not had enough strength to come up above it. But that's a pretty nice trade right now. Pudgy Penguins by itself is even up at like 930. So let's have a look at liquidity. What have we got? 169. So that liquidity in that mid range is gone now. So we have 169 and then 136, but then we've still got 2 chunks of liquidity in a downside. So we've got 200 million at 80k and 177 at 80k as well. So it's 80.1k, sorry, and 80k. So that's where we have that liquidity laying. So I am gonna put those. I'm gonna put in what's it called? Stop losses, just in case. So for Bitcoin, we can come in, let's say 81,308. It's pretty safe. 81,308. And then for Pudgy Penguins, let's have a look. We'll do 0.011655. 0.01165. We don't want to see oil. We don't want to see oil be coming back up. That is not what we want to see. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're nearly at 100 subscribers. So we've seen oil come up slightly. So I believe this low that we had, no, that was not it. We're on a 1 minute time frame, so maybe this low here that we had. I mean, the point movement is not even that large. Like you can see, we're not really moving too much from here. This is where we had that low of was in profit about 1.2k. So you see, oil is kind of struggling to get that upside. Like ideal scenario, well there we go, we had a bit of a drop there from oil. Where are we at with Bitcoin? Well, we'll take profit up, so we don't get, we're coming closer and closer, we're actually coming closer and closer. 257 in profit on Bitcoin now. We're at 1.3k profit right now, that is where we are currently sat. Let's have a look. Have we got any changes in liquidity? 140 now. So the liquidity for the upside of 81.7k has come down slightly now. We are going to close that trade for Bitcoin and we are going to come in for a short position straight away. Pudgy Penguins close as well. Crude oil, we will close as well. And then for Pudgy Penguins, we'll also come in for a short position. Let's go to pretty good, pretty good. So we do have loads of liquidity. Well, I mean, maybe I'm over exaggerating a little bit there, but we do have about 200 million in the downside, but it looks maybe towards about 400 million. The fact that we have two blocks, so one block at 81k, we've got 200 million, and then the other block is 80k, which is 177 million. So yeah, that is where we are currently at. Even if we do come in for a push to the upside of that 82k, you know, there's no chance we're going to go to like 85 or 84. So even if we do get the liquidity grab at the 81,700, sorry, we will still be coming bearish after that liquidity grab. Watch, have we got any changes? Nope. We're still pretty good. Even if we are down a significant amount, I am still expecting that push to the downside. Right, I will be back in just a second.
it makes me smile. At worst, I feel bad for a while, but I just smile. I go ahead and smile.
Guys, I'm back. Oh my days. I've got a 1.1k trade for Pudgy Penguins. I am going to close that. But I will come in for, let's have a look. Let's have a look. We have dipped. What's Bitcoin doing? Rejected from that level again. That's what it looks like. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're nearly at 100 subscribers. Come on. We can get there. We've only got a little bit more left. Oh, are we going for that liquidity grab? Not quite. 81,658, that's where he kind of stopped. Yeah, we didn't quite get it. Liquidity sits at 81,700, so we were close, but we did not quite get there. So you can see I have got that limit order set at 81,700, just in case. I'm already in for a short position. Let's have a look. Pudgy Penguins. I don't want to jump in on that just yet. Liquidity hasn't changed for Bitcoin. So we had 200 million in the lower range at 80k. Now we've only got 184. But then we've also seen less in the upside as well. So now at 81,700, we've only got 140. Before we had about 170, I think. But yeah, now we've got less. Oh, was that Michael Jackson? Tee-hee. Tee-hee. We're getting closer and closer. Let's have a look at Budgie Penguins. We'll turn that down a bit. So. Thing is, like, it's a very I'd say it's about a 70-30% chance right now. So I reckon it's 70% we come bearish and 30% we come bullish. So we're kind of in that space right now where it's, you know, hard to kind of predict. But I definitely think we are going to see a bearish move. Right about, well, somewhere about now, maybe in the next 5 to 10 minutes though. It depends if we come in for that liquidity grab or not. The liquidity is not even that big though. Yeah, you see crude oil has came up very bullish. Let's have a look. Activists, human remains. Does that affect the market? I don't think so. Yeah, this wasn't really market related. So, announces a return of the presidential fitness test for grade schoolers. I mean, that is very, very, very good. It's like something you definitely need to put into an education. But I mean, I'm not going to talk education and politics, but if I was like a president, let's say, I would definitely introduce a fitness test into schools. I mean, I had to do fitness test when I was in school, so, and that obviously benefited a lot, but at the same time, it kind of teaches people more about discipline and, you know, pushing yourself. Because nowadays, there is a very, very big amount of people that are lazy. But yeah, I mean, I definitely support that, which is, yeah, it's a good thing that he's doing. Definitely for grade schools, because, you know, that is kind of a point where the kids don't listen too much, they try to disobey, rebel, all this stuff. But yeah, it's definitely nice to introduce fitness into the whole learning, what's it called? What's the word? Curriculum. There we go. But yeah, enough about learning curriculum. Where's Bitcoin going? It's kind of like doing one of these right now, not moving. It's kind of in the same spot. Kind of in the same spot. Guys, we are 1 subscriber away from hitting that 100 goal. Come on. I know you guys can do it. I know you guys can do it. One more. It'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. We've had an amazing session so far. Absolutely, this has been one of the best sessions that we've had so far. So once we get to that 81,700, we'll also open another short position. So that is where we have that short position just like waiting there. Yeah, we will start obviously at the start be in a bit of a, what's it called, a bit of a loss, but then we will definitely be coming in for a profit. Price is definitely not going to about 72k, 73k. It's it's unrealistic. The market doesn't do big bursts like that, and there's not really anything pushing it to do something like that anyway. So one subscriber, guys, come on, you can do it. I know you can do it. Let's have a look. Pudgy Penguins, they are kind of consolidating right now. So once we see actually Bitcoin get that liquidity sweep, we can come in for another position on Pudgy Penguin. So right now, we'll kind of wait it out for a little bit until Bitcoin pushes up to that high. You can see we've had rejection, 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 and we'll definitely come and retest this level multiple times unless we have that further move to the downside, which will still be good because we still are in a short position. So this short position in the upside is kind of just like another profit margin in that case. So it's another potential profit level, pretty much. That's what I'm trying to say. So if we do get a move to the downside from the current level, we are still in profit. And if we come in for a push, liquidity sweep, and then a push to the downside, we are in even bigger profit, which is very, very nice. I don't believe we'll come past that previous low though. We'll definitely come in for another retest. There we go. Right, let's have a look at Pudgy Penguins actually. Where are we at? So let's go 1 minute. So if Bitcoin is now coming up for a push, we'll see Pudgy Penguins kind of do the same kind of thing. Yep, it seems Bitcoin is pushing again and again and again. I mean, coming in for a long position on Pudgy Penguins is a bit risky. Let's have a look. We've got any changes in liquidity. 193 now. So that liquidity for that downside move, for the upside at 81,700 is now at 44 million. That is actually pretty crazy. That is actually pretty crazy. So we'll wait it out a little bit longer until we get that push, because we are still obviously coming up. Rejected, up, rejected, up, rejected. 3 times we've been rejected from this level now. First one, second one, looks like a third one as well. 4 and now 5. I mean, that's good. Like I said, really, really good. That is very nice, very positive. Helping re-establish the presidential fitness test is something we have been looking forward to doing for a long time, since 2013. I remember going to the presidential fitness test as a kid and getting the award as a kid. This will be amazing for our nation's future. Very, very good. Very nice, very nice. There was something on... there was something on Ukraine, I believe. There we go. Where's Pudgy Penguins at? Silver's kind of not push. I mean, it's not acting as the same as Bitcoin. You can see gold and silver are relatively the same in structure. Where have we got? Yeah, Pudgy Penguins is still consolidating within this kind of range. So for Bitcoin, we're kind of slowly pushing up onto that liquidity. Now we've got, now we've got 186 million liquidity at 81.6k. So more liquidity is getting added into the market. So ideally, we could set a limit order at that price where we had before. But I don't want to come in for a long position just in case we don't have enough momentum to crack through and get to that liquidity in the upside. So we'll come in for a limit order at, let's do 0.0188, 0.0188. 18, sorry, 18. Short position. There we go. Yes, Bitcoin is still pushing to that upside. So look at crude oil. Seen a drop there. Seen a drop there. A lot more shorts than longs. Actually, it's very it's a bit of a battle actually right now. Bitcoin is still trying to break through that level. Still trying to break through. I believe we will get it. The fact that we have been coming up rejected again and again and again. We're trying to break through this level. Like, we've tried it here, here, there. Every single time we've been getting rejected. And that's what we've seen before as well. So when we've had a push up against a certain level multiple times, we've seen kind of the same outcome. So, kind of here as well. So we've had a push. I think that's what we had yesterday. This was yesterday's trade, so we had multiple pushes, rejected, and then we tried again, multiple there, rejected, multiple there, rejected, and then we boom, pushed through it. But then it was kind of like a false break, rejected slightly, and then a big push to the upside. And then we got that liquidity, and then we kind of came bearish, but still consolidated within a pretty nice price range, so it's not like too wide. It's pretty, still pretty solid. So we didn't have like obviously a big peak and then a valley, and then yeah, we just had a peak and then just a consolidation up until today, where we had, yeah, we obviously made a high today as well at 8 a.m. Of about 81k, and then we rejected, tried again, rejected, came down ever so, came down actually pretty hard. Then we've been bullish ever since, rejected, bearish, rejected, very bearish there. So from about 81,600 to 80,800. That's nearly 1k. Ooh, we've got some breaking news. Iran has no chance, they never did, they know it. They express it to me when I talk to them. They have no navy, totally wiped out. They have no air force, totally wiped out. They have no anti-aircraft capability, totally wiped out. No radar, they have no leaders, their leaders are wiped out, the whole thing. When I read the papers and they say how well they're doing, they're not doing well. That's why you have no credibility. No credibility. The news, the fake news has no credibility. That looks to me like the war might be over. Iran is looking pretty cooked. Iran is looking pretty cooked. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Damn, that's right down. So we've still got that rejection again and again and again. Even twice here, look. All these are the same pushes up until that level, so I believe we'll get maybe more liquidity. So we've got 217 in the downside, 186 in the upside. We're still kind of consolidating within this level, so Pudgy Penguins is coming bullish again. So I believe we will get our sell limit order taken. I wanna spend some time with you. I'm actually super hot. Last couple of days have been really hot here, I'm not gonna lie. It was a very nice weekend, very nice and sunny, but yeah, like I was saying, very nice weather over the weekend. But these last 2 days, so yesterday and today, it's like it's humid. You know, it's kind of nice, but at the same time it's humid and you're just kind of sweaty all the time. Not good. But yeah, weather is getting better. Weather's getting better, trading is getting better. It's all going good. All going good. But yeah, make sure you guys drop a follow on Twitter if you haven't already. Ahmadaz Trades. Let me know you guys what you guys want in the description. In the comments below, I've got a poll. Let me know if you want a Telegram trading channel or not. We can do Discord, Telegram, anything. We're coming closer and closer on that Pudgy Penguins short position. Bitcoin is still trying that level. Have we broke through? Have we broke through? Eight, 2, 7. Bumping it up a little bit more. Bumping up a little bit more. Bitcoin. Looks like Bitcoin's broken through. We're very close, very close. That is currently the highest a candle has closed. And that's at 81,639. That's the highest closing candle we currently have. So, but I do believe we will see that push up until that liquidity. We'll get a liquidity sweep and then being for a push to the downside. Liquidity wise, we haven't changed. We still have not changed. Oh, it looks like a fake out. It looks like a fake out. Looks like a fake out. Oh, we're still coming bullish. We're still coming bullish. That liquidity does sit at 81,700 though. Oh no, we've got 81,688. So yeah, pretty much 700. So that's about here. So just below that 700. We're still leaning to that bullish side. Slightly though, slightly. Coming for a quick bullish position there for Pudgy Penguins. You see, Bitcoin is really struggling. It's really struggling. The whales are now slightly bearish, actually. We've seen a change in the short positions. There's now shorts liquidity. We have got 41 million, 41.8 million. Before we had about 50-ish. Longs have gone down as well, actually. We had about 7 million. Now we've got 3.29. So are we going to get that liquidity sweep in the upside? That's the big question. That's the big question right now. Oh, we're coming back up bullish for Bitcoin. Yeah, liquidity is still the same. 140 million in the upside, 173 in the downside. Not really much of a difference there. But the fact that we've actually tried that level multiple times kind of suggests to me that we're gonna get that move to the upside. So Bitcoin has come bullish now, actually. Slightly though, slightly. But we can still see a retest for that level. Liquidity is the same. It would be very, very nice to actually see that liquidity sweep from that upside, because then we'll come in for profit on Pudgy Penguins, double actually. So we have a short position waiting at the bottom. We have a short position waiting at the top, which is here. So as soon as we'd hit that, we would be in that short position there. Iran shooting at ships with machine guns does nothing. Crazy. So it looks like Bitcoin is still gonna push. Oh, well, it's looking a bit shaky though. It's looking a bit shaky. It's looking a bit shaky. Yeah, this is kind of the support level we currently have. So if we don't see a move from this level to the upside, we could be in for a further move to the downside. But it seems we've already got a sharp move developing right now. but it's not major. It's not major at all. You see, Bitcoin is still struggling. It is still struggling. But you can see how many times have been rejected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That is kind of why I did come in for that short, long position on Pudgy Penguins as well. But we're not looking too good actually. That's the thing. We kind of need to see more strength from the buyers for, you know, Bitcoin to continue that move. You can literally see it's dancing on that support level. It's literally dancing on that support level. See, buyers coming in now, all green. $140 mil, it's not much. You see, price is struggling. We are struggling. The buyers aren't stepping in. So I reckon we're just gonna wait it out for now until we see a break in either the upside or the downside. I've kind of got a feeling it's gonna be the downside though. We haven't broken this structure yet. As you can see, the price is still within this level. If we get a break, then yeah, we could be in for a move to the downside. Let's have a look. $0.011827. Yeah, I mean, it struggled there, but we've had a bigger push actually. This push is obviously bigger than this one. So the buyers aren't actually letting that price drop below this key level currently. But it's kind of strange the fact that we're just dancing on this support level. Very strange indeed. So I do have actually my Pudgy Penguins trade at the top end now. I've increased the hello. I've increased the obviously risk, because to make up for that loss that we just took. I'm good. How are you? New user. Yes, I see. How are you finding it? Is it good? Are we gonna break that structure? We're still okay. We're borderline okay. No, we're not. Question is that a fake out or not? I don't know. We're getting weaker and weaker. We are getting weaker and weaker. Maybe maybe it's a little bit delayed. I apologise if we're slightly delayed. Yeah, that's what it looks like anyway. Oh no, it's not. It's looking very it's looking very not good. Very not good. Great English, very not good. So what have we got? The US and Israel coordinate efforts to resume strikes on Iran. Price is still kind of within a range. Like it could still be a fake out. It could still be a fake breakout. So this is currently like a key level we are trading in. So if we get these levels drawn, it could look something like this. So the resistance is obviously at the top. That's what we have. We can't seem to crack through this level at the top. So we're still kind of within the level, and right now what would most likely expect it's fine. Yeah, what we'll most likely expect is a sharp move. So a sharp move for Bitcoin won't be too bad. We're still in a pretty good position. Even if we are down 1 to 200, so if price does come back up to like 70, you know, if it does come back up to 81,700 or even 82k, we are still pretty good. Because I'm still expecting that move to the downside. So welcome back. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's kind of being strange right now. It's just sitting in this level. It's like we're kind of in a push for a downside, but at the same time, I don't know. It's just weird. It's strange. Buyers are weak, but then they're not weak enough to let the price go past this level. You see, price is bang. It's bounced off that level very, numerous times. Numerous times. But the fact we have some consolidation within that range, and it's very tight as well. Like there's not much movement. So the move I'm expecting could be very sharp. Have we got any changes in liquidity? No. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is kind of... Yeah, it's kind of just playing around within that range now. So that's our sell limit order we have for Pudgy Penguins. We'll actually set the take profit as well. $0.010225. 0.010225. Zero point 0.01 10324. $9K. I feel like that's a bit too crazy. I mean, that's all in a day. Like, all of this is a move from a daily level. Like, look, we're looking at a daily time frame, and Pudgy Penguins is up 15% today. That is a very large amount. Now, where is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is kind of still in the same range. Oh, no, it's not. Are we going to catch that? Could be in for an easy 2K trade here. Maybe even more. We're gonna get a fake out. We're gonna get a fake out from Bitcoin. Looks like it. Where are we at liquidity wise? Nothing. We've got 161 million liquidity at 82.3k now though, which is pretty good. But let's have a look. Is this a fake out or is this an actual move? Might be an actual move. It kind of depends on this area. If we do come back up, we're kind of within this level, then we'll most likely see a push back up to the upside. If not, we'll see a continuation to the downside. Currently, it looks like we are in for kind of hard to tell. Price is struggling to get back within that level though. We've got 41 million in shorts as well, so I mean, it's a pretty big drop though. I mean, Bitcoin is really struggling to get up to that upside. So if we look in a minute time frame, I'm not seeing too much. We're looking 15-minute. We may even see a move down to this area. So we need to see this move coming lower than this previous low. That'll be very, very nice. But the thing is, like, when trading, sometimes it's very, very unpredictable, because from this area here, we could have got like some squeezing in this bottom level, and then obviously we could have got a push to the upside as well, and we could have got that liquidity grab. But liquidity was kind of seeping out at the time, so yeah, we had a bigger push to the downside. So we have a big move to the downside, and now Bitcoin's like, I might go back up. I might go back up. Cooked. So 173 million liquidity, actually two chunks of it in the downside, 80k and 79.9k. So it may even come down to 80k. I mean, we did come to there, to that level at about 4 AM yesterday. So in the night time, we did come to 80k. Yeah, so I believe that push for that upside is kind of maybe gone now. We were so close to it. Like, look how close it was. Rejected here, rejected, 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 again and again and again. And the liquidity was only like, what, 100 points away. Like, you know, the distance is not big for, well, especially for Bitcoin. Bitcoin moves thousands, maybe even, well, sometimes it does actually. It moves thousands of points a day. Like, some days it does, some days it doesn't. Let's have a look. So, daily time frame. So from this day, let's say here, 72,000, 68,000. That's only 4k. Well, I think it is like roughly 4k, maybe even 5. High impact. Do we have any high impact? Donald Trump said he would discuss the Iran war with Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping, that is like an actually like a cool name. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's not so cool, but I think it's pretty cool. Xi Jinping, it just sounds nice. Like, anyway, join their summit next week and sought to downplay tensions over the conflict. That is kind of good for the market, I guess. Bruh. So we've seen that move to the downside, and now we're kind of maybe seeing a move back up to the upside. Kinda sus, but okay. Hello, hello. What is going on? So is that news going to actually impact us in a pretty bad way, or what? Like, why have we just suddenly done all this? That's my question. Even though there's no move, I mean, there's a slight move for Bitcoin. So I mean, trading pudgy penguins is a bit crazy sometimes. We seem to be struggling to come up to that previous high though. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I spoke too soon. Bro. Nah, Bitcoin is actually a joke. It's actually a joke sometimes. I mean, we've not come past that previous high, so we could be in for a further move to the downside. So let's have a look in a 5-minute time frame. Yeah, so I mean, if we came above this here, then we could have been in a bit of bother. Ideally, we could have actually waited a little bit for this kind of retest, this rejection or whatever it is, and then a further move to the downside. So ideally, we could have come in for a short position approximately there, but we are still looking for a further move to the downside. Bitcoin is now coming in for a push to the downside. Pudgy Penguins is kind of lagging a little bit. We'll see it drop in a couple minutes. That's what it normally does. We see it like we see Bitcoin either pushing or coming obviously bearish, and then Pudgy Penguins kind of follows slowly after. We're nearly at that low that we created from that dip. Yeah, so we failed to come up to this level, as you can see, and hold it. Let's have a look, liquidity wise. Nothing has changed. 140 million in the upside, 173 at 80k. 80k is all the way down here. Yeah, so 80k is the support level actually. Oh no, it's not. 80k is below, so it's just at the support resistance level actually. So right now we are actually through the resistance level. So like I said, 80k is that resistance level. So we had 78 to 80k was that resistance level. So as you can see, that level here, so that's resistance, but we've now been trading through it for several hours actually. Reload. go hour. So we've been trading above that level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 14 hours now. So that's that's more than half a day. So we've actually come past that previous low now. There we go, Pudgy Penguins is followed through. Ideally, we need to make it needs to be roughly another K profit on this trade to make up for that little mistake we made before. I think if we actually kept it, we would have been in slight profit, even like 200 or something like that. So profit is still profit. I reckon we're seeing the same thing we just saw. So judging from that last dip, I'll most likely see a move back up and then a continued dip. Well, before some consolidation, of course. So we saw that dip, kind of saw the resistance, back up, consolidated, bullish, and then boom again. So we'll most likely see that same thing happening now. So we are still in profit, but we obviously want to get the best out of our trade, so we are going to stay in regardless. So we are dipping again, so we might even see a stronger move to the downside. We're seeing the buyers pushing back though. Whales are now very bullish. Mid is neutral. Retail is also neutral. You see Pudgy Penguins, we're down 200. Watch, in a second it will be up about 300. So we're down 30. Sometimes it does lag out a little bit, like obviously not Everdex itself, but the market for Pudgy Penguins. Sometimes it's a little bit delayed, so. Bruh. mean, we've nearly hit take profit for Bitcoin, but Pudgy Penguins is a bit, I don't know, sleeping or something. Yeah, Bitcoin is looking very bullish. Sorry, bearish. Are we going to come to 80k though? That is the question. $140 mil. 150 mil at 82.3k actually as well. So that's 300 profit for Bitcoin. So now whales are slightly bullish, mid is neutral, retail is slightly bearish. Yeah, like short there was 40 mil, now there's only 37. Longs we saw about 7 million I think. So currently, I don't know, Pudgy Penguins is kind of, I don't know, sleeping right now. We was expecting that push to the downside, the same with Bitcoin, like, and that is exactly what we normally see, but for some reason it doesn't want to listen. Yeah, nothing too much news-wise. Not sure if we're going to get a push lower actually for Bitcoin. I am going to keep that Pudgy Penguins trade on though. The US has announced Project Freedom to guide ships out of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has weaponized the waterway, and what needs to happen for it to open, to reopen. That's not good. What is Pudgy Penguins doing, honestly? Being so silly, so silly. Right, what did we just have? Not this, not this, not this, not this. Not this, not this, not this, and not this. Let's have a look. Oh, this. That's late. That's late. That is late. Right, let's have a look. Not bad, not bad. Seeing some resistance there for Bitcoin actually. It's like it doesn't want to come down to that level. But it's still got that liquidity at 80k. Pudgy Penguins kind of looks to be kind of, but not kind of. Ideally, we want to see it come below our entry price. I am expecting a bigger push for Bitcoin though. Maybe even up until 80k. Just, maybe towards the end of the day. So maybe we're looking about, 9 p.m, 10 p.m, 11. To close the day off, we come below that resistance level that we had at the top. What have we got? Washington may resume its military operation against Iran this week. Axios reports the US says the ceasefire remains in peace. But according to Axios, Donald Trump could restart hostilities as early as this week if negotiations stall. Meanwhile, the situation in the Persian Gulf is deteriorating. Since the start of the operation, at least 25 vessels have been attacked by Iran, with dozens of suspicious incidents and seizures reported. According to the UN, 10 sailors have been killed and there are seriously injured. Around 20,000 seafarers are unable to leave their ships in the Persian Gulf due to conflict and the effective closure of the Strait of Hormuz. The UN describes the situation as unprecedented crisis. Not good. Oh my God. Pudgy Penguins is literally not doing good. We need to see the continuation for Bitcoin, and then we'll most likely see Pudgy Penguins dipping below our entry level. Currently, it has spiked up quite harsh. There we go. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this at all. I feel like we have to see a stronger move from Bitcoin to actually be within a nice level to actually exit Pudgy Penguins though, which is not good. Right guys, our session is coming to an end. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the upcoming videos. I'll update you on this trade. So I updated you on yesterday's trade, which was a nice 1k profit. So we've been profitable for 3 days. We're still profitable right now, even with this bit of nasty Pudgy Penguins trade. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated with all the trades. So hit that like button, would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all in the next one.